Tea time. Did you hear the story about this couple and how they met and fell in love? It's so cute. So first of all, she owns a business at the Orlando airport where she holds people's luggage. It's a family-owned business. It's been around since about 2017 and it's flourishing. She's at work one day and it's a day she wasn't even supposed to go to work because her son, it was his shift, but he wasn't feeling well, so she filled in. While she's at work, this man walks up to her and was like, "Can you hold my luggage?" And she's like, yeah, he's fine. She like him, but she's like, hold it together, professional. And as they're doing their transaction, she starts to talk to him and she asks him, "What are you doing today? What are you gonna go get into?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm about to go to the mall. I got a few hours before my flight, so might as well just hang out and have a good time." And they realize they have some things in common, namely that he took care of his mother until she passed away. And he said, "Wow, I took care of my husband until he passed away." And they're like, "Wow." So he goes off on his adventure. He takes the bus to the mall. He hangs out, and he's saying while he's there, he can't stop thinking about her. And she says while he's gone, she can't stop thinking about him. But on his way back, he ended up getting on the wrong bus because it took longer to get back to the airport. Now her business is about to close because it's late, and she calls him and was like, are you okay?" And he's like, "I'm on my way." And she's like, "What time is your flight?" And he's like, 7:30. She's like, "But it's 7 o'clock. You're never gonna make it." He's like, "I'm gonna try." She said, "You know what I'll do? I'll meet you. I'll bring your luggage to you so you can have a faster time getting through the check-in." And she goes to meet him, gives him his luggage, and wishes him well to get on the flight. But she said secretly she was praying to her guardian angels, "Oh no, please don't let him get on this flight. Please don't let him get on this flight." And her angels were listening because what? She checked up on him again and called him, and he said, "I missed my flight." And she's like, "That's okay. I can find you a hotel, and you can just stay the night." So she picks him up and they go to check in at his hotel. And outside the hotel is a restaurant. They decide, "Let's have dinner." They have dinner. She said, "We having such a fantastic time." And he's loving it. They loving spending time with each other, enjoying this energy. And the restaurant closes and they still don't want to leave each other, so they go sit in her car and they just talk and they just talk. And she tells him, like, how she feels, what she's expecting, what I'm saying, from relationships. And he's telling her and things like that. So the next day he flies back home to Miami and they're still keeping in touch. And she said the thing she loved about him was every time she texted him, he texted back fast. Every time she called him, he picked up. Even if he was busy, he would just tell her, "Hey, I'm busy, so I'll call you back when I can." It never felt like she was being pushed to the side. So 3 days later, it's her turn to take a trip. She had planned to go visit her daughter in Boston, and her daughter's up there doing something cool. So she goes. She on her way to the airport. She's treating him like her boyfriend already because she likes him. She likes him so much, and she's like, "Okay, I'm on my way to the airport." And when she gets on the plane, "I'm on my way. I'm on the plane now. I'm safe and sound. I just want to let you know." She's texting him, "I love you." She texted him that she loved him 3 days after she met him and then turned off her phone. So he sees a text message like, "Oh, she loved me. Okay, bet." So he goes and books a flight to Boston for the next day, tells his boss he need to take a day off, no lie, because he wants to go up there and surprise her. So after he made all these arrangements, he didn't tell her. They still checking in with each other. By the next day, he's texting her, "How's everything going with your daughter?" "Oh, we're doing fine." He's like, "Well, I'm gonna be out of pocket for a little bit, so I'll let you know when I'm done, with my work stuff." He said he did that so she wouldn't worry because he had to get on this plane. So once he gets on the plane, he gets there, he's checking in with her again. "How's everything going?" She, "Oh, we about to go to lunch." "Oh, where y'all going to lunch?" "Oh, we going to lunch to an Indian restaurant." So he Googles Indian restaurant near Berkeley. And he finds the one Indian restaurant they have. And he goes to the restaurant. He says, "I see them on the patio sitting down, enjoying themselves, but they can't see me." And he's like, "How am I going to do this?" So initially, what he did was he texted her, "How you doing? Everything going well?" "Yes, we enjoying lunch." And he said, "Oh, I got something I want to send you." He sends her a poem that he wrote for her. So she had already told her daughter about him, been talking and bragging about this new man she met that she in love with. And she reads the poem to her daughter. "Look what he wrote me. He's so amazing. Oh my gosh, he wrote me a poem." And in the poem, he's like giving her hints because he's like, "Maybe you'll see me sooner than later." So he goes inside the restaurant and tries to figure out how he's gonna present himself to her. And she says she's sitting there with her daughter and her friends, and all of a sudden the waitress comes out with a drink, and it's a drink that she likes. And it's like, this man at the bar sent you a drink. And she's like, no, I don't accept drinks from strangers. In fact, I'm in love. I don't need nobody else coming up to me. I already found the man that I want. And her daughter's like, just drink the drink, mom. It ain't that serious. She's like, no, I'm gonna return it. She stands up, holds the drink, proudly walks into the restaurant to confront this man and return this drink, and he turns around. And she's like, oh my God. And when she goes outside, he goes outside with her and sits her down, and he's like, I appreciate you. I like everything about you, and I have something for you. And he pulls out a ring, and she's like, oh my God, this is like 4 days after they met. She pulls out a ring, and he's like, look, don't think this is an engagement ring. Don't feel pressured. This is the promise ring. I'm promising you that no matter where you go in this world, I'm going to always be chasing you until you're mine. And they still together.